God.
What?
What's happening? No.
There we go.
Strong start, everyone. All right.
Oh, no. Okay, well, you know what? Whatever. Hey,
I love it.
Welcome to another episode of Geeking Out. Hello, Merry Christmas.
Yes, holidays.
Because
Merry
Christmas
Christmas.
doesn't end until January 5th. Right.
First. No, January 30th.
No,
I mean,
no.
December 30th.
No. Because what's it called? Epiphany isn't until January.
Oh, what?
Epiphany.
Epiphany.
You know, Epiphany. Everyone knows Epiphany. Yeah.
Well,
I know what it is.
Yeah. The after 12 days of Christmas. Anyways, whatever. No.
January 6th is Epiphany this year.
Thank you.
Next
What
year.
is Epiphany?
It's like a religious thing.
Is this Jewish?
No, Christianity.
Let's see. It is known as Theophany in Eastern Christian tradition. Is a Christian feast day commemorating the visit of the Magi, the baptism of Jesus, and the wedding at Cana.
Mm.
No.
All those things.
Wow.
I was familiar
anyway.
with the visit of the Magi.
Yes, and basically that's when you can take down your Christmas tree. So that's when I'm taking down mine.
Take them down now. This is
mine comes down in February when we finally get around to it.
It's time to start celebrating Halloween again. It's over.
Good night.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So welcome to another episode of Geeking Out. I guess I'm running it right now. I'm Ricky Z. You can find me at RickyZ_social. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. WNM Geeking Out. So that's like Whoa Nelly Media Geeking Out. As well as on X as Media Whoa. And Instagram and Facebook and TikTok on WNN Geeking Out. Taman, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm Taman. Taman Kane here, the real Gail Weathers, and I'm excited to talk about 2024 and Geeking Out. Lucio, introduce
I was doing something. Hi, I'm Lucio at Lucio Out on a bunch of stuff. I am here also. It's the end of the year. Holy cow, it needs to be done.
Oh, wow.
It's just too busy, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Well, it is I, Cadence Kane. You can find me on Twitter at Cadence Third World. You can find me on Facebook, Cadence Nova Kane. Okay, and just like that.
All those
Amen.
things. Yeah. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
All right, and so we are happy to celebrate the end of 2024 with a year of review. And we're going to talk about all the things that we've enjoyed about 2024, all the content and the things that we've just decided to go back to, games, television, entertainment in general. And we're so excited. So, yeah. So, how was everybody's Christmas? Let's start off with that.
Ooh.
Favorite gift anybody got?
Well, my Christmas was pretty chill. Didn't really get anything. I did some gifting, and I treated myself to getting my TV mounted before Christmas in my bedroom, and it made it feel just a little more like home. So
That's good.
I'm enjoying the beginning processes of creating a space with all new things. So
I love it. I love that for you.
Yes.
Mom, what about you?
My Christmas, I was on a week long cabin trip, and I had an amazing time. So many cool stories I can share, but I'm not. I did get some great gifts. Surprisingly enough, most of my gifts was horror related. So I received this road sign that says "Welcome to Woodsboro." I received a Scream board game, which is
Ooh.
extremely fun.
I was wondering how that was. I've seen that.
it was fun. It was actually difficult until we got used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and people were dying. Well, once one person dies, the game is over. So
right.
And I did some gift giving in a dirty Santa and a regular Santa, and I'm still handing out gifts until the end of the year, or until that January 6th thing y'all made up.
That's when the gifts stop.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be an epiphany, all right.
That is the epiphany.
Right. Lucy, what about you?
Oh, Christmas was nice. We had we got together with some family. It's like 30-ish people, I think, all told. Yeah, so the fun thing about giving gifts when you're a parent is a lot of times there much assembly required. And so yesterday I was putting together a desk chair, so that was super cool. It only took like an hour and a half. That's how that goes. Yeah, I got some Lego stuff and some other things. And I am getting a lockpicking set coming in the mail tomorrow. That was a gift from my wife.
Lockpicking set.
Criminality.
Why don't you just
sometimes that looks suspicious, Tamad.
That's true. Too much display.
People are watching, and
you're absolutely correct.
I mean, did anybody else go see Lucio's origin story this week?
No,
I actually just came back from watching it.
Is it any good?
You said what?
It was good.
Is it any good? I was wondering if that was.
I thought it was boring, but it's okay.
Nosferatu.
Really?
I thought the original was boring. So.
Oh, well, then that makes sense.
The original was
great
like
visuals, great acting,
old, isn't it?
Pretty decent, gothic, romantic.
I like the story,line. I thought
goodness.
it was a good story.
Yeah, and Lily Rose was good.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually really good, and I really was surprised that was her as the lead. She actually was shockingly really good. So, hope we get to see you more, Lily Rose Depp.
Well, my thing is, I was kind of nervous that it wasn't going to be it wasn't going to live up to the scary that I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The previews makes it look very spooky and scary, but the beginning of it was not. It got scary towards the middle and end.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't scared. I mean, I don't think I jumped at all.
No,
only when something was disgusting.
Mm.
I did get shocked at 3 deaths that happened back to back.
Yes, but
yeah,
Princess Diana.
Exactly. I mean, when you hear your kid scream, I mean, just
right.
Go get them.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ricky? How was your Christmas? Did you do anything special, amazing? Did the kids drive you crazy?
Oh, the kids always drive me crazy. No, but no, it was a good Christmas. We visited family in Indiana. Drove back after a day or two. I got an air fryer from my mama. So, but not even just that, the air fryer liners too.
Oh yes.
Oh, right.
Easy cleanup.
Right.
The reusable ones or the disposable ones?
The disposable ones, but the disposable ones.
That's perfect. Go on Amazon, get you a bulk. It's perfect.
Look, it was a pack of 125.
That's wonderful.
Right. Thank you, Mom. Love you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with. Well, we didn't decide on the drinking game today.
We should just do.
It's Tamon. It's Tamon is the word.
I love that.
Look, you know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and just
come on, drink
my 2024.
2024.
2024 is good. That's good. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, we should have already been drinking by now. All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Look at you using the stuff.
You missed it when we had with our meetings. I did a tour of all the StreamYard, so I'm a master actually.
Look at you.
I just hold it back. I stay in my lane.
This could be your lane too if you'd like it to be. That'd be super helpful.
Period.
No.
Oh God.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we decided to do some top 5ing of the things we've enjoyed this year. So we're going to start with Lucio and top 5 board games.
Yeah, okay. I should have my...
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to kind of circle around these. So, not a lot of board games in the middle of the year, but like start of the year and tail end of the year, there's going to be a bunch. So I'll just go. So bottom left, this is a game called Kabanga that came out in Germany earlier in the year, and then it was released like May-ish in the United States, which is great. Also, they're doing this cool thing where they're like, hey, no plastic. So all the stuff comes wrapped in wax paper, and I think it was just like a little paper sticker that was holding the box closed. It's great. It's like ecologically speaking, super cool. So it's a game you're trying to discard your cards, and you can see that there's these masks. There's a range, so like there's a 10 and a 5. So you want to, like, you would play this 9 here. You're basically trying to create the smallest gap between these, because like let's say you played this 5, everything between those two numbers, if people have that in their hand, they can basically give them to you. So you're trying to get rid of your cards. That's a penalty. Like, you'd end up taking a bunch of cards if you played these big giant gaps. And it's like six players, really fun, really easy to teach, even like younger kids. So that was pretty cool. Top left, Comic Hunters. This came out a few years ago, but I only played it this year. There's a bunch of like little cool mini games. It's like almost like those number sliding puzzles that are terrible, but like a good version of that. An auction little mini game, a couple other things like that. And all of the cards are cover artwork from Marvel Comics. So those are super cool because you're collecting sets of, I want Hulk comics, or I want Thor comics, or I want, whatever this range of stuff is. And at the end, you're scoring points for your different sets. So that is a really cool, and also just, I own this comic. I used to have this comic that got eaten by the dog. Let's see. So to the right, Veil of Eternity is just a real pretty game. And it's just like a simple engine builder. So basically, you're collecting these monsters that give you like other abilities to collect more monsters and score points at the end of the game, and kind of change how the game works for you. This is a really light game, and it's just really pretty. Although the money units are these 1, 3, and 6, which is super weird to like. It makes sense in the game, I guess, but there's also like when you're like, I need 10 monies, 3, 6, and okay, there we go. Super weird. Bottom right, super cool game called Faraway. It came out in France, I think it was, earlier this year, and then again mid-year came out in the United States. Super cool game, takes like 15 to 30 minutes. This one is a hard, when I teach people this, I'm like, okay, we're gonna play it once and it's gonna be awful, and then you're gonna understand the game. But basically the cards are numbered 1 to 68. And when you play them in ascending order on your turn, you're going to get some certain bonuses, but also in end game scoring. So the cards are numbered 1 to 68. The low ones are all the resources. The high ones are basically scoring cards. And so if you play them in ascending order, you get these bonuses as the game progresses. But when you basically, it's a trip. So you're like going, I'm going from left to right, and then you flip them all over. You go right to left. So all your resources are at the beginning. You can't use them because you're doing the stuff at the end. It's really confusing, but it's actually a really clever game. I really enjoyed it. And again, it's like 15 to 30 minutes to play the game. It is great. And then the last one, this game Scout, which I think came out 2 years ago. It's available in Target. This one's available in Target, which is great. Although if you want, I would recommend this small box version, which is Barnes & Noble, I think, like $15. You can see the cards are double-sided. Basically, you're dealt a hand of cards, and you're going to pick, I'm going to hold them this direction, or I'm going to hold them, upside down that direction. Once you pick, you can't change them. You're trying to get rid of your cards. And every turn, you're either playing your set of cards, or picking up, like basically breaking apart a set someone else has played. So you're getting more cards, but it allows you to rearrange those cards in your hand. It's really weird to say that. It doesn't make sense, but it's really like, if you like trick-taking games, if you like spades or hearts or gin, like you would enjoy this game. It's really, really fun.
Lucia, you can play spades.
I'm more familiar with hearts, but yeah, I've played some spades.
Whose cookout you've been to?
What lifetime was that for you?
Honestly, I think the last time I played spades, if you really want to put a number on it, was like 95. So
Freaknik. You went to Freaknik.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew it, Lucia.
I knew that was you in that documentary.
Right.
Yep. So those are my games.
I'm holding a 40.
No.
Yeah, it's upsetting to be like, oh, it was 30 years ago was the last time I did that thing. 3 decades ago.
No.
Time has no meaning for you, so
Okay. Whatever. Okay, so anybody else have any games that they've played this year that what have you played?
I played the Scream board game.
Yes.
The Scream. So let me explain how the game works. So you get the game, and then everybody gets one scene card and 4 something card. Oh, 4 killer cards. And on the scene card, it has certain things like a location. And it may be like Woodsboro High, the hospital, the Mocker House, but it also has like 2 blood drops or a cell phone or key. So for an example, you may have 2 blood drops, a key, and a stab DVD. When you look at your hand, you get 4 cards, and your cards have to match the scene. That's it. It sounds simple enough, right? You just got to match. Yeah. So you start off with this knife, and you have once you either pull from the deck or steal from somebody else, you have to pass the knife. Now it's tricky because you have to download the app, one person, and then Ghostface calls you. And when he calls you, he asks you different questions. Not a question. He says, okay, who's ever in the hospital better show me 3 DVDs or you're dead. So in your hand, you may only have 1 DVD. So you have to ask everybody for a DVD, but they can't give it to you till it's their turn. But Ghostface will call back. And when he calls back, you don't have the things, you're dead. So it gets really tense because he's very menacing. It's the same voice from the movies.
That's cool.
Hear him call and talk to us, and then he'll when he calls you, if you have an iPhone, you know how it looks when a picture comes on when you get a call. In the beginning of the game, you have to take your own selfie. So your picture comes up like he's calling you directly with your name that you input it in. It's really fun. It's really fun.
You know that sounds scary as hell.
Yeah, you have to move quick too. You have to move really quick.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I was surprised how cool it was.
I bought the kids. It was really for us. The Wicked board game. It was cute. It's cute.
Oh, what do you do?
Okay, so it's a teamwork game. So so it's cute. So they have there's a version that's for like 1 to 2 players, or 3 to 4 players, and they have it separated into chapters, basically part of the story. And so you have to get through the chapters of the story before the wizard makes it to the end of his little steps. So he's there's 13 spaces on the board, and the wizard's in the first part. And so depending on the groups of cards that you get, you're trying to get sets of cards to get these little tokens that are like magic, and you get a certain amount for you to go on to the next chapter. But if for some reason you can't make a set with your base, then you have to put it on the board, and it's it moves the wizard in a certain amount of spaces.
I watched the video on Instagram of this.
It's a cute little game.
The board's really cool.
Yeah, it's a cute game, and we had fun doing it. I have to play it again, but it's one of those teamwork games. So if you're not competitive, then it's a fun little game.
Oh.
If you are competitive, you can still yell at your teammates.
Right, you can. Right.
What'd you do that for? The wizard's gonna get us now.
Exactly. The little tokens that you need to move on to the next chapter, there's only a certain amount, and so you only get 20. So whenever you go into next trading your tokens into the next chapter, you have to put them back with the rest of them. So either you hold on to your tokens that you win for yourself and to eventually move on to the next chapter, or you can be smart and combine your tokens as a group so you can move. See, look. Yeah, you're not a team player.
I like it. That sounds great.
It's a cute little game. I enjoyed it.
The box is really cool too. I
saw the
box at the store. Really
Galinder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Galinder.
Galinder.
All right. So ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Top anime. Cam.
Yes. All right. So these are the top for me. This is a personal list, but I mean, it also reflects in the numbers. Say again.
2024.
Oh yes. These are the animes that have come out for this year, and these are some of the top animes that I watched. So there's no particular order, because ranking them would be very difficult. But Kaiju number 8 is a fresh anime. This particular one is about the kaiju, which are like monsters that have come, demons rather, that have come into the world, and there's a force of people that have taken the pieces of these kaiju and created weapons and armor out of them, like utilize their supernatural components, and they use it to enhance their skills in order to fight the kaiju. So in this particular one, there's this guy who's wanted to join this force, and he made this pact with his friend, childhood friend. She ends up being like the one of the top people of the force, the leaders of the force, and he's not doing anything of the sort. He did not strive for that. He's in like his 30s, so he's like an old man technically. Wow, this 2024. Okay. So yeah, he ends up getting possessed by a kaiju. And so now he has these abilities that he has to try to keep secret, but he's like utilizing them to up his rank in the force. He does eventually get discovered as what he can do, but he has so much control that they end up kind of letting him make it for now. So it's really about his journey and how he's kind of utilized this monster to achieve his dream. And it's really good. The animation is top tier. Fight scenes incredible. You really get an understanding of like the power scaling in the show just from the fight scenes alone. My Hero Academia this season has been so incredible. The thing about this anime is it does an amazing job of pulling at your heartstrings, as well as telling such a very passionate story that is relatable to, like, just real life in general. But the power system is based off of these things called quirks. So some people are born with quirks. Some more useful than others. And basically, when you have those quirks, you go to special schools designed for people who want to be heroes, or you have some people who end up going to the life of villainy. And so with this, you have a young man who is quirkless. He receives the one for all from his hero All Might, one of the number one superheroes in the world. He receives the quirk passed down. That's how that particular quirks work. And he becomes on this journey to be the greatest hero that he can possibly be. And this particular season, there's the war against the big guy who is all for one. And he basically takes quirks for himself. He's also able to pass quirks out, but that's up to him. But he can take any quirk anytime he touches somebody, and he absorbs that into himself. So he takes their quirk from them. So it's a power struggle. It's an incredible storytelling as well, because you have both sides fighting for their lives, and they're pulling out all stops. And again, you get a great understanding of the power set in this universe as well. Solo Leveling, another incredible anime that hit the scene. The animation, storytelling, incredible as well. Can't say it enough. This particular one deals with a young man so in the world there are portals into dungeons, and in these dungeons there are demons and supernatural things that go on in there. And there's materials that you can pull out of there to use again to make weapons and try to come up with better things to combat the things that come over. And so the idea is when people are born, they have a certain peak of what they can be and what they can't be. And they've developed a way to read this and put them in a class system. So this is when he's been like an E rank his entire time. And he's really just been scraping by, and he's doing it to try to come up with money to take care of his little sister and his mother. And he ends up going into a dungeon where he dies. He gets taken over by something, some sort of entity, and it allows him to train, much like you would in an RPG game. So that's kind of how it's set up. Whenever he's leveling up, he gets he sees these commands that he can select from and ways to improve himself and see his stats and stuff like that. And he gets daily quests and things to enhance his power. And so this is also really, really good. And then Demon Slayer had another great season for me. We're like right in that Hashira. We wrapped up the Hashira training arc, and we're going into the Infinity Castle. And the animation it has some of the best animation that I have seen in a very, very long time when it comes to the fight scenes. If you have not seen it, you gotta watch it. Really all of these, you guys gotta watch this. You guys gotta watch this year coming up for 2025. Gotta put it on your list, okay? Then we also have Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. We have entered, I want to say this is the third half of this arc, I believe. I think we're in, and we're again at another all-out battle for life. Like that is what you have going on here. The costs are high, the stakes are high. The action is intense, it's quick. You see such large displays of power. It's really, really good. Bleach deals with Shinigami, which are Soul Reapers, and there's a place called the Soul Society. They have 13 court guards. So there are 13 squads that specialize in various things, and they protect the world from Hollow, which come over from hell, basically. Hollows come over and try to eat people or eat their souls, things like that. And that's what they do. They protect the living world, kind of keep the balance. So this is just continuation of a longer anime. So if you have not watched the first season to get to this point, then you got to watch everything before you start watching this. And that's it for my top 5 anime of 2024.
Woo!
Yes, sorry, I know that was a lot.
How many episodes of Bleach are there now?
So many.
10 million? 10 million? 11 million?
Okay, but the good part about 1,000-Year Blood War is there are no filler episodes. There are no filler episodes. Like this is straight. As soon as you start that series, you're getting background information, but it's already on go because we've already done everything. We've already know what's been going on and how we got to this point. This is what's about to happen, and you're immediately taken. You're immediately gone. You're immediately fighting.
Oh, all right. Well, my drink is gone. Huh?
Check them out, y'all, for real. I want y'all to geek out with that. I want y'all to geek out on that with me. I really, really think that y'all will love those anime for sure.
All right. Happy Monday, Billy Berserker. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah, hey,
So,
Billy.
Simon, you muted.
Hi, Billy.
What was that? Wow. Hey, Billy.
First I said it was more enthusiastic.
Oh, no. Okay, so next up is my top podcast for 2024. So whatever little drop I got left. All right, so some of these are podcasts that have been around for a minute. Some of them have maybe around for a couple years, and maybe 2 of them I have been on. 3 of them I've been on. 2 of them at least in this past year. So first one is and they're all different. So one is Richmond Forest Finest. It's a teacher podcast. So if you guys don't know, I'm a teacher. I teach the littles, but this is a English ELA teacher. I think she teaches middle school in Texas, and they got a lot of stuff that goes on in Texas when it comes to education. So it's been a really interesting. She's really funny. Some controversial things. I think they're on season 2 or 3 right now, and she's just started another podcast based on this, but it's called Teachers After Dark. So while she talks about like certain education related activities for this podcast, there's some other stuff that's not so safe for work in Teachers After Dark. I haven't had a chance to listen to that one yet, but I'm excited too. Yes, interesting in Texas is usually not a good mix. No. They've had lots of stuff going on, especially in Houston. They got a lot of they got a lot of drama going on in Houston.
Politically,
yes, that as well. Yeah, that's all politics, honestly.
It's
that's all.
It's a lot, but you know, outside of Texas, it's cool.
Tornadoes and hurricanes and flooding.
I don't experience very much of that.
All right, so on the top right corner is Prophecy Girls podcast. It's a Buffy rewatch podcast, and I love these 2 women. So Steph and Cara, they live in Canada. So good friends that decided to start a podcast during the pandemic, while rewatching Buffy. I met them while doing an episode on another podcast that's on my list, but I've kind of found them through TikTok, but I actually had a chance to be on an episode this year because they just finished all 7 seasons of Buffy this year. So they finished season 7 this year, and so right now they're on a hiatus, and they should be working on Angel. So they're going to be doing Angel soon. But they're great. They go through Buffy through like a feminist lens, so 21st century. So think about all the ways that Buffy still is relatable now, and some of the ways that it has not aged well, and as well as like talking about the different situations, especially with like Joss Whedon and what we know about him now. It's a really great listen. I love this. I love this show. Then back to the Blockbuster. So I met the Prophecy Girls while also being on an episode of Back to the Blockbuster, and it was for the 25th anniversary for Buffy. And so this podcast reviews basically old movies and some of the newer stuff. So this year they've been doing a lot of anniversary episodes for different things. So they always do like a spooky season during like September all the way to November. So some of the horror films that I've watched this year is because of listening to them. So they're definitely worth a listen to mine, especially their spooky season. And they have some really great guests on there. Okay, so if you look at the bottom corner, we have People Under the Scares. Those are our good friends, Bobby and Mike, who have been. They're on season 3 right now, so they should be doing. They're doing trilogies, aren't they? Or did they just do sequels?
They didn't do trilogies.
They haven't done trilogies yet?
No, but they are in season 3.
Yes. Okay. So I've also been on an episode with Taman, People Under the Scares, where we talked about Scream
2.
3? 2? It was 2? Yes, it was Scream 2. So they were doing sequels. So if you are a horror fan, one of many, these are definitely people you want to listen to, as well as Midnight Social Distortion with our good friend Mark, who are all Scream Kings. We wish them well. But if you haven't checked out People Under the Scares yet, definitely check them out. And then the one in the middle is probably my favorite podcast that I've been listening to for almost over a decade now. The Read with Kid Fury and Crystal. They're probably one of the longest running podcasts that I've actually listened to in a long time. They were based in New York. I think Kid Fury's in LA now. He's been a writer for one of Issa Rae's shows, Rap Shit. And then Crystal also used to work for MTV, but now she just finished her master's in counseling or psychology. And so they talk about mostly pop culture, some politics, but if you haven't actually, well, good question. We are a podcast. We've done mostly streaming lately because we do a lot more visual than we do audio. But yes, we're considered a podcast. But The Read is probably one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to. Ooh, someone else's dog is barking. Okay, cool.
That's mine.
I don't feel too bad then. So those are my top 2024 podcasts. What about y'all?
Geeking out. Scream Kings are my top podcast for 20.
There you go.
Those just under my top 5. I did have so there's a podcast that came out a couple years ago called Who Shat on the Floor at My Wedding. It's literally about exactly what it is. It's a closed room mystery because the wedding takes place on a boat. This is a real thing that happened. And so all the suspects have to have been on that boat, and they don't know who it was. And they're all family members. So they're super freaked out by it. This year they had I was worried. I was like, okay, they're not going to do a second season because they're not going to follow up on this. The second season they did this year was The Case of the Tiny Suitcase, where one of the people's family members who lives in Sweden, suitcase was left on their doorstep, and it had like a little green tweed suit and like some other like random like some used but washed underwear and some couple other like weird things. They're like, who left this on someone's porch? And the porch is like, it takes 30 minutes to get there from anywhere from the next nearest person. There's just a little mystery. It's super goofy. They tried to solve it, and they're not great at it, but they're very funny about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, for me, I don't normally listen to podcasts outside of participating in this one. I catch them every now and then. So one podcast that I listen to from time to time is And Then We Had Sex. So it's a husband and wife duo.
That sounds dirty.
I like it.
It's not necessarily dirty all the time, but they are just very funny together. They talk about times when they're having sex in their marriage, of course, but then they also just talk about other random things too. So it's good. It's funny, above all else, and it's entertaining. So yeah, just check it out. I promise you will get a good couple of laughs there.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So next is top horror. It's not 5, but I think these are some of your favorite.
Yeah.
No?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, great. So these are some of my favorites of 2024. I'm going to start in the middle. Abigail tells the story of this group of people with different skill sets come together to kidnap the seemingly innocent girl named Abigail to hold ransom for a large sum of money. As the movie progresses, we soon find out that Abigail is not a basic little girl who's a perfect ballerina. She is a centuries-old vampire who is coercing these people to pretend kidnap her so she can feed. Because after being alive for so long, what do? You get bored. So she creates the sport out of it. It's a few great twists, some great laughs. It's a cool date movie, family movie, anything you want. Take your kids, take the boo thing. It's so much fun. Even if you don't really like horror, this one is a really fun watch. It stars, I think this was Angus Clouds from Euphoria, last project before his untimely demise. It stars Alicia Ware, who was also in Matilda, and of course Marissa Barrera from the Scream franchise, and Catherine Newton. Super fun. I really enjoyed it. 10 out of 10. Go watch it and enjoy. The next, I'm going to pull up The Substance. Now, The Substance, I went into completely blind, so I had no clue completely what it was about, and it was so enjoyable. It's about Demi Moore, who is this aged gym instructor, like from the 70s and 80s. And she is finally fired from her job because she's no longer attractive to the people who want this product to sell. And so she takes this drug that allows her to rejuvenate and become young. But what you don't know is she's not actually rejuvenating. It grows another body. It's really graphic. It's a lot of body horror. And Demi Moore is Oscar worthy in this movie. And she's been winning all her categories that she's been nominated for. I hope she wins, besides her going up against Elphaba. But yeah, the next one is Alien Romulus. Now, this one snuck up on me because I don't really like this franchise. I don't really dive into the lore, do those things. I know enough to be able to cover it. But this one, I had no like ties to this. This was a really good horror movie. It had a lot of action, a nice final girl. In fact, the lead of this one, she was in this flop of a movie called The Craft Legacy. Her name is Kaylee Spiney, whatever. But she was in a trashy movie called The Craft Legacies, which no one should go watch. But in this movie, she was absolutely amazing as a final girl and as the lead of this. The standout for me was David Johnson, who played like an android companion. He was just spot on. And, I support everybody black, but he was just absolutely spot on. And then my second favorite was Isabella McLeod. She played Dora the Explorer in the live movie. That girl,
that movie was actually good too.
Very good.
She's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she was in this movie. And she has such a wonderful chase and scream in this movie. She was my favorite character. R.I.P. So yeah, those are my top 3 for 2024.
All right. Anybody else have any other horror that wasn't listed?
That was exciting to watch this year. No, I've actually I enjoyed The Trap. Okay.
With Josh Hartnett.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised Smile 2 wasn't on there.
Smile 2 was in my top 5, but I guess doing 5 went over my head. So but it is in my top 5 for sure. Okay. Smile 2 was fun. You said The Trap.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. And you know what? It's What's Inside was a cool horror movie this year. It was on Netflix, and it's about these guys that play this fun game that allows you to switch bodies with each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So how much fun can you get in with that?
What was that other one? Was it like Lisa Frankenstein? Was that?
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. That was fun too. Yeah. And that is horror.
Hey, did you guys hear about the Scream series? I watched all of it this year. It was really good. I watched it with my daughter. It was great.
Oh yeah?
How did we get here?
I hear there might be a board game about it.
I still need to watch the last couple ones because they just sort of went over my head.
You don't have them all memorized, you liar.
Action.
Right. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and so our breaks are going to consist of some of our favorite moments from this year. So enjoy. First one's mine. I think Geekin is a bit of a gem. I think she had a lot more potential than she was given, and I know there were some things that went on for her that she talks about later on in like her life, but I think that she had a potential to do really well. I think she probably would have done really well on a CW show for the long haul.
Hell yes.
You know, if she had been on the CW from the get-go, she'd be one of those actors that would always have a job on that channel until the very end because they recycled them folks.
You tell me you can see her as an original, please.
Oh my goodness.
Easily. She couldn't have been Rogue in the X-Men.
I would have loved to see her knock Elena Gilbert out one good time. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's somebody's fanfic right there. Somebody write that.
Haley Marshall, yeah, she could have done that.
That would have been cool.
Now she could have been Haley.
Yeah, she would have ate that up.
She would have ate that down.
Now I'm getting mad. Yikes! Shout out to Elijah Dushku. We gave you so much love, and we do love you.
We do.
Friend of the show, Elijah Dushku.
Friend of the show, Elijah.
Yeah. That was from our first episode of the season, and we started off with a rewatch of Dollhouse, which with some mixed feelings from the guys. Although I loved it.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a fun way to start the season.
I just want to say I got super excited listing all the opportunities that she would have had if she would have stayed on the CW.
Right.
And then every name that we listed off, I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially that Rogue when you ate that.
So yeah.
Oh, and what's her name from Originals?
Haley.
Haley.
Mm-hmm. Haley, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She would have, yes.
She would have ate Haley.
Man, talk about a vixen.
In another timeline.
In another timeline, she was definitely Haley Marshall.
She was.
Yeah, she was. And homegirl from Secret Circle. What was that girl name?
Right.
She did all those things.
All of it.
And she was in X-Men.
Mm-hmm. That's my.
She could have been Prue.
Do it all, baby.
Right, all of them.
Run it.
Yes,
right, so we're gonna get into our top revisits. So, Cam, what were your top revisits for this year? The ones that you just kind of had your comfort shows, if you will.
So yes, there they go. Yes. So the one that I've really been watching, is Empire. I've really been binging that all over again. And I don't care what nobody says. Empire was top tier television. Okay, it was a black soap opera, is what it was. Okay, it was a black primetime soap opera, and I think people really sat down and just considered it that instead of trying to make it like it was supposed to be some like incredible thought-provoking writing. Like the writing was solid to me. Yes, they did a lot of soap opera tropes, but that's what it was. It had good music.
Drama.
Yeah, it had good music. You love the drama. You love the Cookie Lucius drama. You love the back and forth.
Boo-boo Kitty.
You love. It was a journey. It just takes me. It puts me in a simpler moment in time. You had a lot of shows that were centered around music that were around that time and kind of started from that point, especially when you consider Star came from this, and then you started to get all these other little bitty shows that were similar to it, but just not quite at the same level, honestly. And then two staples, always Living Single, always good to go back to for a good laugh, a good watch me to sleep moment, whatever.
Yeah.
Martin, another one. You're gonna laugh. Like you have your episodes that you're gonna go to, and you're gonna laugh. You're gonna quote it probably till you fall asleep as well. And then How to Get Away with Murder. I watched that again this year. Did a rewatch of that, and again for another phenomenal show.
It was really good. I still remember being just very annoyed by the Keating Five throughout the entire time.
Yeah,
the Keating Five was also bull crap.
Who's your favorite?
Who was my favorite?
Yeah, favorite Keating Five.
I want to say Michaela, but yeah, I think I do want to go with Michaela. I think I do want to go.
Mine's
Because I
anime.
want Annalise.
No, anime. That's her name. According to her mama, it's anime. It's anime.
I thought we were choosing the children.
I have two. Michaela is one of my favorites, but I really love Connor.
Okay. I was gonna say my other girl, Miss
Laura Castillo.
Yes, but yes, I forgot her name. What was her name?
Laura Castillo.
No, but not her. The one who said her name like that.
Tegan.
Yes, Tegan. Yes, Tegan Price. Yes. Loved her.
Mrs. Castillo.
I loved her. I loved when they started making her more present on the show. I loved her and Annalise's little friendship that they had going. I just love it. I loved it.
Mrs. Castillo.
Okay, Castillo. Jorge Castillo.
I also rewatched that this year. And it aged perfectly well. The replay value was great. I was invested. I actually teared up on certain episodes. These kids in the King 5, I am really shocked that they're not even out here working as even what is her name? Michaela got some notoriety this year in the award season, but I haven't seen Connor do anything, and maybe he doesn't want to, but he was so good on this show.
Castillo has been doing some things, but she was also like big in telenovelas prior to
not telenovelas.
Yeah, she was in some telenovelas. But I think she got a new show this year. I think at some point, I can't remember.
I thought she was in she's in Arcane, the TV show, the animated show.
Oh, cool.
Oh, she did the voiceover for that, yeah.
She was in Shirley, where she played Diane Carroll, the Shirley Chisholm short story.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And she was in The Changeling, and now that I say that, I remember that, even though that show was trash. And she was in The Queen Sugar, and I remember her from Underground.
Okay.
Yeah, it got canceled. It was about the Underground.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That still breaks my heart because that show was so
it was great. It was great.
When it ended on a cliffhanger, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Can you really end on a cliffhanger? Are we still on the cliffhanger? Anyway,
so something I've been rewatching is Gem and the Holograms, and I was watching Gem and the Holograms. What was it that I was rewatching? Oh, Emerald City. In preparation for Wicked, I was watching that. There was something else I was rewatching. But those are the most notable. I did a different world rewatch a little bit.
Oh, Aldous Hodge was on this show.
I feel like I heard they're supposed to actually really be doing something about a different world remake, kind of re-inspired.
I read that.
Well, no, I don't think it's supposed to be like a remake. It's supposed to be like a re-inspiration, like that create that vibe again. I remember seeing that it was supposed to be like Whitley and Dwayne's daughter or something going to Steel or Hillman. Going to Hillman.
Be more like her grandchild by this point.
It's probably Bonnie Bennett.
Look. Yep.
A sequel series to the NBC sitcom A Different World is in development at Netflix. What's the plan? The sequel will be a half-hour comedy series that follows the daughter of characters Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne as she attends Hillman College. Who's involved? The series is being written by and executive produced by Felicia Pride, who also worked on Grey's Anatomy, Bel Air. Other executive producers include Debbie Allen, Mandy Summers, Tom Werner, Gina Prince Baithwood, and Reggie Bitewood. Debbie Allen, I'm glad that you're back.
Okay, so why can it not be the grandchild? Because
How long
mean,
they could have had a child later in their age.
Dwayne Wayne was on.
I'm pretty sure they had a kid. They had a kid
Interview
towards
with the
the end
Vampire.
of
No,
He's on.
Ryan Brooklyn.
Ricky, what's the spy movie with Zendaya? The spy television show.
Casey Undercover.
Casey Undercover, yes.
they
Dwayne Wayne, and they had the
crossover.
lady who was his wife, his girlfriend, and then wife in that show as a opposing spy at one point. And they're both like, yeah, in their 40s or something
You
at the
look
time. Now they
familiar.
probably should be grandkids. Yeah,
No,
you're
I
100%
don't
right.
know. By that point, they were pushing 50. Honestly.
Oh, really? They probably were. Yeah.
But they still could have had kids laid. You can't do that. You can't be ageist about this.
I'm just saying, like this is what, the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, probably early
and
90s. I think,
and that's perfectly fine. But they still
It
they could have had kids later in their age. They could have waited until they were in their 30s and had kids.
I guess, I don't know. But even then,
if they're in their 30s, then that puts them at the right age.
2025 minus 18 is what?
2025,
2000 something. Good job, Lucio. Yep, that. 2007.
Is it?
Yeah. Ish.
Yeah.
2006,
And
2007.
I'm just saying.
Kadeem Hardison is 59 years old right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that child would have been born in 2007.
Right,
Yeah.
and what's her name? Oh, what's her name was playing a grandmother in 2009.
That's fine that she can go either way. Okay, leave her alone.
It's not shade. It's not shade. I'm just like, I feel like it makes more sense just because of the time frame of how long ago it was when the show initially aired, and the time frame of them getting married and like starting a life together. That was over 30 years ago. I could have sworn they had a baby.
Yeah,
by that point.
The episode started in
87 to 93.
93. So 93 to 2025. 1993 to 2025. That's how much time.
32 years.
Okay, 32 years.
Maybe is the kid going back to college after?
Yeah, maybe they're getting their masters. They're getting their masters.
You know what? I'm gonna let it go. We'll see.
Yeah, I would love to see though an older kid, like an older, already established adult, like having to go back to school. That'd be great. Sure. I'd love it.
Sure. Yeah.
If they had their kid in 2007, if they graduated in 93, they could have very well have waited that long before they had kids. That's not that old.
The thing is, they didn't graduate in 93. They would graduate in like the 90s. They had like at least 2 or 3 seasons where they were like full on adulting.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, either way.
They
just waited to have kids later on in the life.
So didn't they have a kid like at like one of the later seasons, and then they have an accidental kid like 15 years later, where it's like, oh, this is just
what
that
was baby. Okay, cool.
Surprise baby.
That can work. A planned baby in your almost 40s. No, a surprise.
Yep, it's called surprise. It's a different world.
Surprise. It is a different world.
I'm weak of this. And
then you can have their sibling be like one of their professors. That'd be so irritating.
Let's go the whole way. My brother graduated here 20 years ago, and in fact, he's also a teacher here.
Everyone comes in talking crap about their English teacher. They're like, "Oh, that's my brother."
That's my brother.
There you go.
But you're right.
I mean, that's great. That's actually not bad. That's perfect. Actually,
it's trash, you know it.
Please
give me my money. Bye.
No, I'll watch it.
Okay.
What else, Ricky? You got something else or no?
No, those are the ones I've been rewatching. I think besides Bob Burgers.
What about you, Lucio? What's your 2024?
Oh, my repeats. Do I have a? I think I did a slide in there, Ricky. Is that? I think it's the very last one.
Oh, is it? Oh, this is
2024.
Oh, was it?
No.
It didn't work. Oh no.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Unless you added unless you added it while I've already added it on.
Oh,
stream.
maybe. Yeah. So my repeats. That was a picture of Board Game Heroescape that came out like a million years ago, and it was re-released this year. And I actually started going to a nearby board game shop on Fridays. Not every Friday, like a couple Fridays to go play just casual. It's a board game I used to like when I was like 20 years younger. My other repeats were Stardew Valley, which had a big update this year. It's a casual farming game, super chill. For anyone who cares, I reached perfection like 2 days ago in that game. So if anyone plays Stardew, they know what that is. Also, there's a show Dollhouse that I keep going back to.
Yikes.
Lucio.
I didn't even watch it in order. I just like, what's this random episode?
They're not random. You've seen them all.
No, I don't know what it is, man. It's like a weird worm in my brain.
I know what it is.
I want it to be better, man. It makes me so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we move on,
2024.
2024.
Wow. Coming from
can
the
talk
guy who's
about-
not even drinking. That's crazy.
We can talk about Wicked or go on to summer releases.
It's all the same.
It's all a part of it. I mean, that can be part of some releases, you know. It came out on Christmas, November.
Right, thank you.
Sorry,
That's the summer
Came out
releases.
Thanksgiving.
You
Came
know,
out Thanksgiving.
late summer, November.
Yeah.
Right.
It's still a summer movie. What are we talking about?
Well, so Wicked was a pretty big deal this year. The build up for it. The build up, yes, it still is, but the build up for it, the marketing for it, the just it's still going, and so it's going to be available for streaming tomorrow.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Excited.
Lucia, you do you have to rent or buy it.
Oh, it's gonna get bought. It's gonna get bought, and this is gonna play nonstop in my house.
Okay, so the thing is, I've been debating on whether or not to wait till it comes out on DVD.
I have a solution for that. I think you should buy it digital, and when the second one comes out, buy the case.
That's a good idea, actually.
That is a good one. That's a good idea because
now you can sing at home.
Well, right? Because I was definitely going to take the kids to the sing along, but they're with their dad, so I asked them if they wanted me to wait, so they were gonna wait. But I might just go ahead and buy it, and then we can just have our own sing along at home.
What was your favorite song from Wicked?
Oh goodness!
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Definitely Defying Gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And The Wizard and I.
The Wizard and I.
Yes. I can't say that I didn't like any of them.
No, you can say you didn't like Sentimental Man.
Well, that was very short, so I kind of got over it. It wasn't long enough for me to go to the bathroom too, so it's okay.
My brown-eyed beauty.
What about y'all?
What about you, Lucia? What was your favorite song?
Oh man, Dancing Through Life.
Dancing Through Life. That was my song. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Cam? What's your favorite?
Did you even like it? Did you even like it?
I've seen it in theaters like 3 times.
Okay, yeah.
Just 3? Come on. Did you even like
it?
Don't disrespect me. I'm gonna say what is this feeling?
Yeah.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that that's the song that actually become the most commercial across all of them, besides her War Cry. But that's the song like TikToks too, and they're doing memes, all the things to that. What is this feelings? Mine would be No One Mourns the Wicked.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's so true. Yeah. And Ariana Grande was absolutely phenomenal in the first 3 minutes of this whole movie. I had enough. What are we excited for the next part of Wicked?
Oh, no good deed goes unpunished. I'm ready for that.
To be surprised.
You're not.
It's all gonna be a surprise.
Really?
I mean,
you already know what happens.
It's gonna be a surprise to a degree, but it's all gonna be a surprise.
There must be a new song in the part 2.
There is. There
is supposed to be a new song. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Yeah. I'm excited for good.
Well, at least you can say like it's not like Lin-Manuel Miranda's like randomly making another song to go to Wicked. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the original.
No, Elphaba and another guy co-wrote an original song. For it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we found out that Nessa Rose will not be walking around in this next one. For other reasons, ableism.
Right.
Not right.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I think hopefully they'll do something tasteful.
It might be a dream sequence, and she was like, "No, I don't want this."
Yeah, we'll see.
That's fine, as long as she's under this house by the end of this movie. That's all. It could be her. It could be her in the chair. It could be all. It does not matter. As long as she is under this house, because she is my least favorite character and always has been. Because she's fake.
She an op.
She an op. FAB. Fake.
Okay, so well, initially summer releases I was going to talk about. So I had a chance to do a lot of movie watching this summer. And these are some of the things that I actually enjoyed. There was some honorable mentions. So Maxine for me is one of them. I actually enjoyed it. It was more of a whodunit than a horror.
Maxine.
I thought Maxine was cute.
It was cute until the last act.
Like I said, it was more of a whodunit than like a horror.
It was.
And then Longlegs. Longlegs was that one scared me for real.
Yeah, it was creepy.
It was very creepy. But so I'll start off with the challengers. I enjoyed challengers with Zendaya and her two awkward white guys. This one was good, and I forgot what her character's name is, but I'm team her. Whoever she is. Whoever she was, I'm team her. Of course, and I was pleasantly surprised by Bad Boys Ride or Die, because it's been how many years since the third one, and there was already a big gap between the second and third one. So a big gap between the third and fourth one. But this one was just a good time. It was an enjoyable, fun movie. And it was exactly what you wanted in an action film. It's like, it was funny. Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely worth the watch. So you still got the Martin and Will have such great chemistry. They're funny together. It had some good action to it. The storyline is your typical kind of cop movie. So it was a good, fun time. It was definitely worth the watch.
I was out of it because I thought I missed the whole movie going into this one, and I think I saw the third one.
I don't know. I saw the third.
Like I missed a lot going into this movie.
I don't know. I didn't necessarily care to watch. I was like, it was something for me to watch, but I enjoyed it because I didn't have any expectations for it. So
yeah, it was enjoyable, and there's rumors that they're going to do another one and then pass the torch. And I was like, this movie was perfect to pass the torch.
Right. Honestly, like, you don't have to do another one. This is
fine. No, do a cameo in the next one
because you really didn't have to do this one.
No, you didn't.
No, it really did not.
I want some money, baby.
Well, yeah. Inside Out 2. Inside 2 was
Yuck.
Perfect. Great.
What?
What?
So good.
I've never seen either one of them, so don't listen to me.
They're so good.
You do yourself
so
a disservice.
Yes,
No, I know. I'm supposed to watch it with the kids soon. Yeah, I've never seen either one of these movies.
Okay, you gotta watch it. So Inside Out 2, we have the emotions from before, but Riley, the main character, the main character, she's a teenager now, and she's going through the teen phase, the extra changes, and so with that it comes the new emotions such as anxiety, embarrassment, boredom,
ennui,
cringe, and jealousy. And it was quite delightful. I enjoyed it. I think this is definitely worth like a sit down with your family, watch it, and then have a talk about it.
Yeah,
it's definitely good.
They do such a great job of capturing the emotions and kind of explaining how some of them are like compound emotions because they're influenced by one or the other, and just how they just break that down just in general and make it so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. I love those movies. It really, and I know that they actually do use it to teach children about emotions.
Yeah.
But
there should be a series. There should be. I think it's a series that's coming out on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was worried this one wasn't going to work as well as the first one, and man, it just blew me away. It's spectacular.
Did y'all cry?
There was some moments.
Hey, what's wrong with crying? What's wrong with crying in a movie?
Nothing's wrong with crying. I cry in movies.
I think he was. So also Despicable Me 4. I am kind of like whatever about Despicable Me movies and the Minions. It was cute. It is what it is. Out of the summer movies that I watched, and this is fine. It was better than what was it called? Imaginary. It was called If Imaginary Friend, and I didn't. And there was like Garfield, and there was quite a few where I'm just like, whatever. This was fine. This was fine.
It eked out a spot on the list.
It did, and of course, Deadpool and Wolverine.
So good.
Summer blockbuster.
Just kidding.
Right. Well, I mean, it was the only superhero movie that came out.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't, or was it the only Marvel?
Oh, Marvel. We didn't get nothing last year from Marvel besides this.
I mean, there was a show.
Oh, didn't Echo come out this year?
Echo. Yeah. We talk about movies.
Movie releases. I think this is the only one.
Yikes.
But it was good fun. Definitely a good. I think I watched it twice. It was definitely worth the rewatch.
And it's now on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus. Yep.
Did a little bit hype because we've been waiting for this movie for a while. And what I found most exciting is all the rumors of like the cameos that are going around, and then we get to the movie and it's not really all those, but we got some great surprises. Like it was so cool. Wesley Snipes.
Yep.
Being the only Blade that we'll ever see, and that was nice.
We got our Gambit.
We got our finally Channing got to do his Gambit today. I'm gonna make a name for myself.
I enjoyed rewatching that episode though. The episode. Our episode.
Because we talked about
we're definitely
Wolverine.
I forgot we covered it.
We sure did. We sure did.
Yeah, so like when we covered it, all those things, it's great.
Oh, let's see. Says okay, thank you. Hugh Jackman was the only marvelous movie needed this year, even though I've watched repeatedly.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Also that.
Sure. Well, see, that sounds like a movie, Billy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, talk about your feelings then.
So, are there any of your favorite releases for the summer or in general this year?
Movies?
Yeah. Theatrical releases, if you will.
Mine were all the middle three you had, and then also the Wild Robot, which I think was September this year, which is I thought it was a lot of fun.
Only thing I can think of that was from the summer for me was Trap.
Okay.
And I meant to watch Blink Twice, but
that's actually mine. Blink Twice is mine. I actually rewatched that. Yes. When did I get back in town? Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. I watched it Saturday. I rewatched Blink Twice Saturday. It's still a great movie. If you have not seen it, it is an amazing Channing Tatum again. Phenomenal. I can't think of the lead, her name, but I can tell you that Zoe Kravitz wrote and directed this, and she did an amazing job for her first time out. This main character role seems like something that she would have been in, but it was so nice to see someone else play this role who was absolute. Her name is Naomi Aki.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's from Grenada.
Fun.
And she was in Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker. She was in The End of the Fucking World. She was in Lady Macbeth, and she portrayed Whitney Houston in a biographical film. I Want to Dance with Somebody. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was great. Check it out. It's on Prime. You need MGM to watch it, but it's on Prime. Enjoy. Be a diva.
Oh, so it's on MGM Plus?
You should still have that, Ricky.
I do, I think.
Blink Twice.
Anybody see Twisters?
No,
I did actually. It was fine.
I meant to see it. I need to go and watch it because I wanted to see that in 4D. I heard great things about it, and I know seeing that in 4D would have been top tier.
Yeah,
I was into the headache, but it was definitely a good watch.
Apparently not as good as Despicable Me 4.
Did make the cut. My bad, y'all. Okay, so there's no other releases that you want to talk about. We're gonna go ahead.
The Deliverance.
That wasn't summer.
It
was.
That's really.
It's August.
That's still summer.
August. Yep.
It was after the 23rd.
August 16th. Next.
Oh.
And Her Good Judy came out on September 6th. So she's the fall, but Her Good Judy came out not far after. So I'm going to add the Deliverance to my list of movies that I enjoyed this summer. I enjoyed it specifically from watching it with you guys. And we watched it together.
The only redeeming thing about that movie
was us coming together and bonding over trash. And I think that it was okay. And guess what? I can still smell.
Oh no.
And on that note, we'll be right back.
It's second season. It ran from 2011 to 2012, and it is about a young woman whose mother dies in a fire, and she goes back to her hometown, meets her grandmother, and finds out that she's a witch because there's already a circle of witches based off of family lineage, and they are all together, and they form a circle to increase their power, and she is the completion of that, and it goes on their journey of being a circle and fighting various villains, and learning things about their family heritage and history and overcoming those obstacles.
This is also the plot of Halloween Town.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich.
Why is there always some grandmother who has the secret answers to everything in these shows?
It is because there's always like a daughter who's like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. And is like really reticent to like pass it on. And then at the end, they're like, okay, we can be a family and be witches.
Yes. Unfortunately, the grandmother also dies in this show, so she doesn't have any family until her father shows up, and you find out he has been the villain for the last 16 years.
So in the video, there's a picture of Team Witch showing, but were you talking about the Secret Circle first?
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
yeah.
that's why I was so confused. I was like, "What happened here?"
So we skipped. We skipped over. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is what we wanted to talk about," and then skipped Cadence, and then he's like, "Oh, wait, I want to talk about this one."
Oh, I figured we was talking about my background or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't.
You gotta talk to management about that one.
Yeah, I don't remember rewatching that episode, so I might have not have made it to that point.
Let's see.
No
All right, so
context.
hey, it's fine. Okay, so we can talk about top books you didn't finish or top shows you didn't finish. Let's do top shows. All right, you ready, Tamon? Mm-hmm. Top shows you didn't finish. Here we go.
Okay, so
this is me.
Oh, that's you, Ken? Okay.
This is me.
I was just gonna do it. Go with it.
Okay.
Read them.
Like, sure, all of these actually, because
I was really confused about the anime, so I was like, wait a minute.
Definitely unfinished.
Not even started.
Yeah.
So yes, these are things that I have not finished. Hey. Some of these things I don't plan on finishing. And particularly American Horror Story. I have no intentions of going to wrap that up. Yeah, I have no words for it. It took a break and I hated it. And I never went back to it. So it won't be getting finished in the year of 2024. So
wow.
Well, I finished it and you should feel bad.
Oh.
Not bad enough.
No, it was the worst season of the whole show, so dodged the bullet.
Dan, I have not finished it. I have started it. It is very off the wall with some things that occur in this particular anime. I just put it on pause. I do plan on finishing it. It's not. I have to digest it.
Okay, I have a question about that character in the middle, the lady with the tall hair. Is that a grandmother?
Yes.
Okay, so context for that question was there's a lot of I follow some cosplay people, and there's too many sexy whoever that lady is, and they're like, it's a grandmother. I was like, I have no context for this. This is troubling to me. This is bothering me.
The sexualization of old people.
They're telling you to stop. He's just saying, don't stop sexualizing the older lady.
Yeah, no, even in your old age, you can still get it.
Yeah.
You're just my type, Grandpa.
And remember, some of the highest rates of STDs are in senior citizen homes.
Yeah. Yep.
Freak nasty.
People, it don't stop. It don't.
There's
stop.
a reason they got grandkids. They got grandkids for a reason.
Okay, you gotta bust it down, Grandy.
Keep thinking about the fact that
the next season it's a different world.
That's why that keeps happening in those nursing homes.
Yes, God, baby. Belinda is looking it down.
Okay. Shogun. Shogun was another series that I started watching it because I do like, that particular time period, and I love East Asian and Asian cultures and things of that nature. Like, I love that type of stuff. But it just really didn't grip me like it did the masses. You see it about anywhere else. It gets rave reviews. I believe it's gotten nominated for a couple of different things, but I have not finished it. I don't know if I plan on finishing it, but at this time, I have no intentions of doing so.
I want to, but no.
Yeah, I can understand. No Good Deed is another show that I started recently. It's a good cast. That is why I started to watch it. I got lost somewhere, so I actually have to go back probably an episode or two because I'm a little bit lost with what's going on. I do intend to finish it, but it's not something that I feel like I have to pay attention to. But I feel like I do, but it's not keeping my attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I fell asleep in the first episode, and after that, I was out of it.
Understood.
Great job.
Yeah, that's things I did not finish in 2024.
Makes sense. Anybody else? Okay. I haven't finished. I might restart back in 2025, but it might be Penguin. So I tried.
I tried. On my list.
It's one of those like I'll watch it at nighttime, so like I'm falling asleep through most of it.
Where's Batman?
Speaking of that, I rewatched Gotham. That's what I rewatched this year.
Good one.
I rewatched Gotham. I forgot about that.
And that was that. Yeah. Whoo. Yes.
My favorite is still Sweeney.
That was such a good series. Oh my god. Perfection. That was honestly perfection. You couldn't tell a backstory better than that.
No, you couldn't. And I like how they go ahead.
They really flushed the lore of just the backstory for villains and Bruce and just everything, laying that groundwork, and it was just amazing. The writing was fantastic. The young man they had playing Joker.
Oh,
yes,
Strange. His progression to become Joker was fire. That series was everything.
I would like to say that they really could have just did a small time jump and kept most of this cast, and just gone with another Batman story. Because as much as I'm tired of hearing a story about Batman, this was done in such a refreshing and different way, and a really interesting time period in Bruce's life that they decided to highlight with this show for 5 seasons. And yes, he was the main character, but like James Gordon, phenomenal. The woman who played, and I was really proud of, her name was Cameron Bicondova. She played Catwoman, Selena.
Yeah.
And they did a good job as setting that ground something
for
their relationship that they have moving forward. And they did some really cool twists and turns with who Joker was going to be. Because at one point, Barbara Keene, I think she was like a Joker-esque character. And the fact that it was Barbara Keene, and yeah, they just did good with some of these characters, especially Poison Ivy. That's what I remember towards the end. Poison Ivy was
yes. I was a little about that time jump situation. I was like, all right, they did too. I said, okay, all right now, but
yeah,
I understand. Sure, we'll go with it.
I'm looking at the cast now, and Jamie Chung, who was in The Gifted, she was in Sorority Row, she was in Real World San Francisco or San Diego.
She surprises me every time I see her. Every time I'm like,
she played Mulan on Once Upon a Time. Every time she steps on, she surprises me.
I was like, you were on The Real World,
and you got it
legit active.
Yeah, you're so good actually. And she played Valerie Vale on Gotham, and the first Batman movie, Vicky Vale, was played by Kim Basinger, which is one of my favorite characters. So I was excited for her. That's all.
Yeah. See, I don't think what was anything else I've been trying to watch Dune.
Oh, Dune Prophecy or the movie?
All of the above. I can't get into it.
I just get so annoyed. I don't know why I can't do it, but when I get ready to press play, I'm just like, no.
Because like the first 10, 15 minutes looks really good, and I'm just like, this is really cool world building, but I cannot for the life of me stay focused on it long enough to watch it. I don't know.
I think you really have to be like, that's a movie that you have to be ready for. Like for me, the only way that I was able to watch it was on a plane. I was able to watch.
That'd be the worst place for me to watch a movie because I would go straight to sleep.
Yeah, no, like it was perfect because I slept well already. I wasn't sleepy, so I was like, okay, well, this movie's here. Let's watch it. Let's go for it. And at that point, I was like, I'm locked in here. This is where I'm at. Can't do a lot of scrolling on my phone or getting distracted because I ain't doing no Wi-Fi like that. So
yeah,
like you have less distractions. You got a little more focus. The most you can do, like you said, is go to sleep. But if you end up in one of those moments where you just up, that's when you have to do it. But if you're gonna do it from home, you have to be in the mindset of I'm about to watch Dune and I'm ready to watch this. I got my snacks, I got my beverages, I got everything that I need right here. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger across the room and I'm locked.
I must not want it bad enough.
You don't, and neither do I.
I must not want it bad enough.
Intergalactic Witches doesn't work.
No.
Might as well watch that show with no Jedis.
Acolyte?
No.
Acolyte had Jedi.
They all died, so it doesn't matter. What's that show? That ship crew?
Skeleton Crew, the new one?
Yeah, Skeleton Crew.
Someone had some powers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of things like that, we can talk about the cancellations for this year. I don't have a slide for it, but here's some cancellations that kind of, I kind of like the Acolyte #1. I enjoyed.
What was the other Star Wars one? Was Andor canceled this year too?
Hopefully.
I don't know if it was this year. It might have been last year.
It might have been the other year the Star Wars thing was canceled.
Yeah, every year. Boba Fett. What was it?
So the problem is some of these shows that have been on streaming, like because of the fact that a lot of them don't come back and for like another year or two, it's kind of hard to remember if they've been canceled or not.
Yeah,
because there's some shows that like I'm thinking like yeah, it was just canceled. That actually they were canceled in 2023.
Yeah. I looked through a list and they're like, oh, this was like what was renewed and what was canceled. But some of them are like, oh, it's canceled because it finished its seasons. Like, okay, one, that's rare, but also like that's not canceled. That's just finished. Just put finished.
Right. So
I hate to do that too.
So like Titans from HBO Max. That was just one of those. I'm pretty sure they did not announce that it was canceled until like a whole year of being off the air.
Because
Billy Berserker said
they wrapped that season up was very haphazard. It was very just throw some shit together.
Yeah, and if Raven got a new costume that was trash, I was gonna throw it away because she had on this white lace outfit and this white. It was just awful.
Mm-hmm.
But Klaus from the originals was a villain. Hi, Silver.
Hello there.
Klaus from originals was on that season, and he played the villain very well. Shocker, but he was so good being a complicated, conflicted individual villain.
Right.
Just his ballywhack.
Is Halo still a thing too? Because he was in that one.
Is what?
Halo. He was in Halo.
I thought that got canceled.
See, that's another one because he was. That was this year too.
It was bad.
It was he was in Halo. Yep.
Well, I'm uninterested in the game. I'm uninterested in the show.
July, Halo.
All of the above.
Right, like I didn't play the game. Why I want to watch the show?
Now he might be the kiss of death too for a series.
He's only killed two.
3.
Yeah,
6.
3.
I mean, he's not Sarah Michelle Gellar, but
I mean, it's only been so long since the originals ended, so he's got time.
Yes. Unless they reboot the originals and it was all a dream.
Right. Look, and what's her face from Secret Circle? She
Haley.
Yeah, no, the other one, the one that the main character. She is always a one season.
She is, yeah. Her shows cancel, and her movies aren't good.
See, I don't know.
She's not that girl. That's a different girl. Never mind.
The blonde one.
I was about to say she's not that girl from the 100. I know she's not.
No, but speaking of her, she's also trash.
Oh no!
Oh no, that's Starcross. Sorry, not the 100. That's Starcross.
I was about to say the 100 went on for season after season after season after season, baby.
And then it also got canceled, just like Naomi.
But they had a long run. They had at least 7 seasons.
No.
Yes, God. The 100? Yes.
I thought it was 5 seasons.
It felt like 7 to me.
Not it feels like 7 to me, Lord.
That's what she said.
Oh, it was 7 seasons. It was 7 seasons.
Let's see. What else has been canceled?
Supernatural.
They had different run.
Supernatural's been off for
this year. Wasn't that 3 years ago?
Supernatural had a spinoff that got canceled.
The
prequel. The prequel with the parents.
Yep. Yes. It got canceled.
Nobody cares.
Sure did.
We're glad you had your time. You did enough.
Because no one wanted that one. They wanted the Wayward Sisters, wasn't it?
That also got canceled, and that was a cool pilot they shot for that.
Yeah, they didn't want the prequel with the parents. They wanted the other one.
They wanted the Wayward Sisters. Yes, they did.
What else was canceled? The CW was canceled for the most part.
The CW has been canceled. Julie Plec has been canceled, and
thank God.
Good Omens was canceled, which I'm bummed about, but also Neil Gaiman is under some investigation. So,
oh no, another diddler.
A diddler.
Yeah. There's some women that came forward that made some claims. So,
yikes!
Instead of having a season, it looks like they're going to do a movie.
Keep your hands to yourselves, golly.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh God, yes. Pretty Little Liars got canceled. I'm pissed still.
Yeah.
That was this year. Dang.
Yeah. Lois and Clark, or Superman and Lois. Their last season just ended and it got canceled, and I still haven't watched the final season.
It's hard to say that's been canceled. They just, well, yeah, I guess
it only got canceled because of what's happening with the DC universe.
Yeah, so that was the last DC show.
Era on CW.
On the CW. The what's it? The Arrowverse.
The last of the Arrowverse.
Last of the Arrowverse.
End of an era.
Yeah.
What a reign. What a reign.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
You cannot dispute what it brought to entertainment. Even though some of those shows towards the end of their run was getting
yeah, but it gave a lot of the geeks
everything.
A lot of good times for sure.
You gave us a nasty crossover event over 4 different shows. Shut up. Bye.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes. What else was there? Oh, Rap Shit was canceled after 2 seasons.
This year too.
Yep. Max.
This year has actually gone on forever. That's kind of crazy.
That's why I'm just like, some of these feel like they were like either last year or I can't remember.
No,
this don't feel like 2024 business.
It's to your point, because they haven't been on the air for so long. You thought they were already canceled,
right?
Oh, not Silo. I didn't know that got canceled.
Oh, Chucky season 3.
It's finishing its season.
Okay,
it's finishing. Again, that's one of the ones I saw.
Oh,
I read that book series and I was like, "Oh, that looks."
Chucky was canceled.
Correctly.
Chucky was canceled.
Chucky was canceled.
Hey man,
Sheldon was canceled.
Did it cancel or was it finished? Because I thought it was really close to.
I had no dog in that fight.
I liked that show. Raven's Home was canceled.
I think that was
what?
Well, no, because that one's got a spinoff too.
It's still called Raven's Home, right?
Yeah, it's still no. It's something else.
Because they moved back to the fathers on this season.
Yes, so there was like a little cousin that was added. She's a little girl from Mixes, the younger sister.
Yes.
She was added on, so there's a spinoff for her. But Raven's still making a Disney check.
Forever.
Yeah.
Because she's got a couple of projects now with Disney now.
She's producing and stuff, so she did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Right.
And she go keep a check. And she's coin. She's been coin since she was 5. We're good.
She's got money. She's good.
The other black girl was a show on Hulu. I don't know if y'all saw that one, but it was really, really good. It's supernatural.
Okay.
And it got canceled.
Now I didn't realize the Secrets of Sulphur Springs got canceled.
What got canceled?
Secrets of Sulphur Springs. I didn't realize that got canceled.
I don't know what that is.
So that was on Disney Plus.
Family.
It was a Disney movie, it's a Disney show where this family moves back to the dad's hometown and to turn an old house into an Airbnb. But there's something that's happening where like the son and the son's new friend keeps going back in time to different like eras that the house has been a part of. So like the first season was about a girl that went missing when the house used to be like part of a camp. So like it was a cute little show. I liked it.
Okay.
Definitely worth the watch.
I just looked at an updated list from Netflix and I'm really surprised.
What?
The Witcher.
Oh yeah. Well, what's his face isn't in it anymore. It was
him, didn't they?
Yeah, they replaced him.
There was one with a woman in the lead, I think.
No, it's a guy, and we know him. He's
they did recast. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I remember.
It was the one that Miley divorced.
Yeah. Squid Games got canceled.
That's fine.
That 90s show.
Why?
Chaos surprisingly got canceled. The show about the Greek gods with Jeff Goldblum. Dead Boy Detectives, which is one of my favorites of this year to watch. It got canceled. Crazy how that happened. Blood of Zeus, which is getting good reviews, so I don't know why that's getting canceled. And Avatar: The Last Airbender ending after season 3. I don't know what that means.
Was that the live action one?
I know you get lying.
Is it talking about the twins that are coming? Or
no, that has to be the third. They're talking about the 3rd season
of Airbender.
Book 3 of
Oh, so they're not going to give us the rest of it.
That's the end of it. It sounds like.
Yeah.
No,
there was a live action one, right?
They don't piss me off. Netflix got to be tripping.
Well,
no, maybe it's just for right now. Maybe it's just for right now.
Well, Arcane is also canceled, and everybody loves Arcane.
Oh, Wolfpack, that was Sarah Michelle Gellar's. That was
wasn't that 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
See, that's what
that was because Bel Air is canceled.
Well, that one's ending. I think.
Bel Air.
Yeah, Bel Air's ending.
It's called
a guy from West Philadelphia, I think.
Yep, The Boys is also ending
after season 5. Season 5 hasn't aired yet.
We're happy about all of it.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm over it.
And Reginald the Vampire.
I didn't even heard of that one.
It's the guy from Spider-Man, Taro, the best friend from the new Spider-Mans. I can't think of his name. He plays a vampire.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, anyway. All right, so let's go move on to the next thing. So, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do some moments in entertainment, and then we'll go to our last commercial. Sound good?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kendrick versus Drake.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight of the year.
Thanks, Billy.
Take care, Billy Berserker.
Oh, Billy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Billy.
Yes, Happy New Year. Thank you for being here.
See you in 2025.
Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. We love you. Yeah, I mean, we got some amazing tracks. out of it. We got some information, whether true or false, that really gagged people. A lot of words were said.
People's whole
But
prescriptions were shown online.
But the hottest bars definitely came from Kendrick. He definitely has come out on top. GNX took over the charts. I mean, held up every spot with the album.
And he's got the Super Bowl.
Each track chart. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, he proved a point. He came to prove a point. He proved so many points, so many layers to what he said, how he executed the album, his just the whole energy, like everything about it is such a major slap to the face for Drake, if you ask me. Like, hey, you're down bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to interrupt, but the CW only renewed 4 shows. That's all.
They're going away as a network anyway.
Yeah. Because they're not trying to have any real content.
All American got renewed, so
that's probably the last thing that they. Because I don't think they're gonna have anything new.
No, they have Penn and Teller, Fool Us, Sullivan Crossing, Wild Cards, all older generations TV what they watch.
Isn't that all live or not necessarily live or pre-recorded
shows,
reality TV? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the CW is becoming, but
something else.
Bye.
Oh, just online catalog.
Yeah.
It'll go back to being the WB with Michigan J Frog.
I missed that frog.
Right.
Another WB.
If they want to make money, they should go back to the old routine of having black content.
They got All American. What else y'all want?
More.
Not bring Moesha back.
Hey.
I mean, if everybody in the house can come back,
right.
Fly back.
Look.
What was the theme song for Moesha?
Mo to the.
Oh, that's right.
Mo to the.
I'm about to say, hold on. How you don't know that? How you don't remember that now?
Twitches is in the way. And sister. Sister.
Moesha was UPN. Sister was WB. But that was back in syndication. Anyways, okay. So yes, Kendrick and Drake. Stuff with Diddy.
Baby oil.
Ugh.
Yeah, the baby oil gate. That was another weird.
That was definitely WTF.
That was a weird moment.
It's the whole everything that's coming out or that's been out. It's just because it's just the beginning of everybody else getting steamrolled. That's for sure.
And I just know that it was just so wild. Like you heard Cassie say something. You saw Cassie, file her lawsuit or whatever and do what she's gonna do, and then it got quiet. So everybody thought it was good. Like we thought she got paid off. Everything's good. Whoop de whoop. No. It got quiet, and then it got quiet. He dropped that album, the for lovers or love. What it was? He dropped an album.
He thought it was a good idea to drop an album.
He dropped the album. But the crazy part is the album was good. Okay, and yeah, the Love album, Off the Grid, is what it was called.
I was off the grid when that happened. Golly.
Yeah, it came out in 2023. But he dropped that album and then still a little bit quiet, and then it just suddenly blew up, and we got video footage, and then he got in court, and things just started to go awry.
Screenshots, everything, all the proof.
Yeah, it just went all downhill from there, and it's just like you see the people. You got celebrities like, I left before all these things was going on. I don't know nothing about that. Do. It's like, wow, like it's.
Y'all really let him out like that.
But then you got people who was like, yeah, you know what go on. But what do you mean you know what go on?
It ain't my business.
And now you want to be whistleblower grand president.
Period. Put me in protective custody. I'm giving you all of it.
Are you kidding me? After all this time, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's no statute of limitation. There were 5-year-olds there. You're out of it.
It's just,
it's okay.
All that baby oil. All that baby oil.
All that baby oil. That's insane.
They was wrestling. Y'all was just wrestling.
That sounds hot.
It was just some geeky stuff.
Not mud wrestling, but baby oil wrestling. Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a moment from this year, and that is the election. How quickly it was over is what I thought was actually weird and funny. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see how it looks in the new year.
The entire 2024.
I'm out, so.
The entire 2024 presidential race was a hot mess.
A hot mess express.
Mm-hmm.
It was the worst campaign rollout, the worst pivot that I've ever had the displeasure of witnessing in my age. And I'm sure there's probably been some upsets like this throughout history, of course, but it was flabbergasting to witness in real time. Like, you drop out for your vice president to run, but we're already 7 months away from November.
You knew you couldn't do it. You knew you couldn't do it. And you know what? Trump said you got a president who don't even know he's alive. He's right.
And he's knocking on the same door.
But he's more coherent. He's way more coherent than he is.
Not anymore. Not right now. He can't be. He's not.
It's too like he won now, so that don't matter. That's fine. Elon is working on his clone. All this shit's for the workout. He gonna be his clone. Elon is the new president. Y'all should have saw that coming. But anywho, that was one of my moments of this year that I was just like, wow, that really happened. Yikes.
Yeah.
Mine was that whole, I'm forgetting names now, but the healthcare murder.
Oh, Luigi.
And then the aftermath where it was like, no, like there's so many people like, oh no, like Luigi was with me. Oh yeah, I remember I was reading you guys up at the subway. Like, that's amazing.
Did you hear about the lady who reported him when he turned himself in at McDonald's? How she lost her job for calling the cops on company time?
Yeah.
You know what? He's not that fine. Y'all not doing that. He's not that fine for y'all to be doing all this stuff for Luigi. And I'm sorry.
And it's so
but you know, like we're raised on Robin Hood, man. Like that stuff.
It is so interesting to see how pretty privilege can reframe an entire act.
I mean, it's funny to see, but also like I see it all the time in fandom. So
yeah. Honestly, this one though, I think that is helping this situation. Like, it's not like a little amount, but I think that we might have landed in the same scenario with like almost anyone.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can guarantee you, if he was not attractive, criminal.
I don't know. I don't know if it would
give him the chair.
I don't know if the pendulum would swing that way as much as it might have remained neutral.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like, I think the attractiveness kind of pushes it towards he's cute, so we're gonna let it slide.
Yeah,
eat the rich type thing.
All I have to say is my insurance was the one that's like, oh, we're not gonna, if there's if your anesthesia goes past the allotted amount of time, we're not going to pay for it. And all of a sudden that's not on the table anymore. Hey, that's great for me. Like, that's
Yeah.
The Blue Cross Blue Shield. I think I get that.
Yeah, that's who. Yep, that's who our insurance is. And I have a kid who like has had a history of medical stuff, and for them to be like, "Oh no, you can't like any." There's always complications. You can't put it's a 3-hour anesthesia. No, that's ridiculous.
Right.
I'll go shoot someone.
That's a mini coma.
Well, let's turn light in the mood real quick, and we're gonna do one more break before we end the night and get ready for 2025. All right.
Yeah.
Wake up, Simon.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all you should need is a little press
And that's
run.
on capitalism.
Like that's the way that it used to be done, and it worked. It worked beautifully. Yes.
And that's on capitalism.
Period. Yeah. Give me some money. What about my ching ching ching? What about my blink blink?
Part of the prank. Give me my money.
Oh God.
Yay!
That's part of your brain now. Good luck.
Give me my money back. Give me my time back. I reclaim my time on this movie.
Yeah.
Again, Ricky. Give me my money. Run me my money.
Just give me my money.
Give me my money.
Give me my money.
Everyone, go buy a ticket to this movie and then immediately return it. Do that.
Actually, my first tweet about this was, "I want my money back." Ricky.
Okay, so I was telling you, I was sitting in the theater.
I want my AMC bonus bucks back. Thank you.
My money.
I stand by what I said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Terrible.
And just for context, that came from our Supercell episode when Ray's baby mama was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Nope, run it.
Yeah, I think we didn't have enough time, but that was one of the clips.
That is, yeah. Because she didn't even let that man sit down and drink his drink good enough.
Rude.
Run it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So as we wind down 2024, go ahead and whatever you got a drink left, go ahead and drink it.
Made a fresh Betty Bev.
Oh, I should have done that. Oh man. Well, anyway, so let's talk about what did you appreciate from the show this year?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I appreciate being able to come here and just talk about the various things that we've watched, our experiences, and really have that bonding over stuff. Or sometimes, the little disagree moments where, girl, no, it was not what you said it was. It wasn't that. I appreciate being able to do this and have a good time, even if it's virtual.
So, Mom, what about you?
Oh, nothing. I thought this was boring, and I'm sick of everybody.
Thank you.
Since we're gonna be ugly about it.
Anyway,
I was waiting for it.
I
knew what was next.
As soon as I got back, you were next.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was so crazy.
Look, now you're just
I enjoyed the
now you're just playing around with it.
What I enjoyed the most. Oh God. Okay, seriously. I think my favorite thing was Lucio and Cam joining the team. because you guys came in, you went through all the audition process and you stayed. And that is really special to me. And you guys are putting your time and your energy. And I just like really hanging out with the two of you. You too, Ricky, but I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying that I really enjoy you two on the team. And it just made this experience so much fun, especially meeting an immortal for the first time. And yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Why you make me so big? This is weird.
It's your turn next, Lucia, please.
All right, so I'm gonna preface this by saying that, like, even when I saw the call for new people to come up, I was like, I never like being in front of the camera. I like to be the behind the scene person. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. What the heck? And I was unemployed for like a long time. Let's just say a long time. It was an unnecessarily long amount of time. And there's a period where you just get tired of hearing no. Like, you fill out so many applications, and then it's like, oh, and then everything that goes wrong just seems like another no. And this is honestly like in like a year, the first yes that I heard. And so like that, and the thing is, like, that happened, and I got employed, and I got picked up by RPG clubs. So I started teaching, doing role playing for youth, like all within about a month. But this is the first one. I was like, oh man, like things aren't terrible. Things are okay. It'll be all right. Yeah, and then like being able to carve out, like actually being like, I feel like I'm very behind you guys in watching stuff. And being forced to like, oh, I need to carve out the time to watch the thing. It's inconvenient sometimes, but it's nice to be like, oh, I did sit down and I watched this thing. And like, I watched like all of Dollhouse. I watched all of Scream this year. And then also just like, I mean, it is weird to be like, oh, it's hard to make friends. Like, as an adult, it is hard to make friends. And it's like, you guys are great. You guys are amazing. I look forward to seeing you guys every single time we record. Every time we meet to plan, it's always a blast. I really wish that we recorded some of the meetings because they're hilarious. They're very unhinged. But yeah, thank you guys. You guys are great.
Lucio.
That's so awful. And yes, we're witches. Welcome. That's why. Once you come into contact with such magic, things start to build.
The word is called coven, Lucio. It's called coven.
Yeah.
You know this.
You can't kill us. Remember that. You can't kill us.
You know what? When a witch betrays her coven, you know what happens.
You're a mess.
Oh, God.
Okay, so for me, I've appreciated Geeking Out coming back in general. So it has been a few years, especially since our last season. So to be able to get back into the groove, doing the show, making some changes that I think have led us in the right direction. And there's things that we're still working on but I feel like we're in the right direction. And it's been great to have you guys join us. Because it's something that we've been trying to get back into for the longest. And so it's nice to have Geeking Out back. And the goal is to do more and reach more people. So
yeah,
that's it. That's it. So we want to wish y'all a wonderful Happy New Year. Y'all have fun celebrating your 2025. Please be safe out there for y'all that are going out and partying. Don't drink and drive.
Fireworks go on the ground or in the air, not in your hand.
Fireworks are done after 12:30, y'all. Because
thank you.
My dog and I cannot handle it. Okay, just let y'all know.
Just say no.
Just say no. That too. All that stuff.
Uber and Lyft will likely be running specials, so take advantage of those because they would rather you get a ride than drive drunk.
Or you could be like me and just keep your butt at home.
That's great too.
That too, just something that does not involve driving while under the influence. You could change somebody's life, including yours, and it would not be for the best.
That's good.
Because all you really want to do for New Year's Eve anyway is eat baby shower food and
Have a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne or sparkling grape juice. That's all
And
I
kiss
want.
somebody, you know.
Not even that.
I mean,
Not even that.
I'm with you when you're right.
Okay, you little ratchet under the moon. Are the mistletoe still out or not?
I don't know. It's not January 6th yet. You're good.
Yes, but I hope this year brings some amazing. Not I hope. I know this year is going to bring some amazing things to each and every one of us. I know that for a fact. I can't tell you how I know, but I do know that.
That's not
be excited and be willing and open to all the newness that comes to your way. And on that note, take a drink if you can.
For 2024 to 2025.
All right. And so on that note, my name is Ricky Z.
I'm Lucio Man.
I'm Cadence Third World.
And I am Taman K.
And we are Geekin'
Out. That was a pretty good one.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all.
We did it.